So please watch out for her.
I've been planning it for her.
She's planning. She has a book and everything.
I'm all stoked for this thing.
Oh my God, she's so much taller than I am.
She's much taller than everyone.
I'm awesome. Thank you. I'm not I won't think I'm awesome as a person. That's for you to decide. Hi there. Hello. I am Janet. I've got 3 poems for you, and she already mentioned that I'm going to be featuring here on June 11th, which I'm super stoked about. I'm going to do song with my husband John, and poem is going to cover everything about the number 11 that I could think of personally. So I hope you enjoy the show. But in the meantime, I'm going to give you 3 entirely different pieces. I think I would go for humorous sake first. And I'm going to try a piece called An Outline to the Apex of Rites of Passage. It was one of those rites of passage, a bar mitzvah of sorts, but it was bigger, much bigger than shaving for the first time or getting your period. This was your chance to act like a big man and be a high school man, and you could lose your virginity, and you could change all the young high school women for all there. They could all dress up and feel like adults and look pretty. Everyone felt this dying need to go through this rite, this passage, to not be left out, to be a part of the group. Either way, you still got to take a day off of school. But like every other rite of passage, the high school prom is probably more traumatic than fun, because no matter what, you feel like you have to go, and the entire time you have to look like you're having fun, especially for the photos. You have to have a perfect record of that perfect day so that you can upstage everyone else. But with every aspect of prom, there was always a conflict, an expense, or an irony. I mean, this was supposed to be one of the best times of your life, and it's wrought with all this confusion. First, find a date. It has to be someone that's socially acceptable, otherwise it might be less embarrassing to just actually not even go. And then you have to go to the trouble of asking your prospective date to actually go with you, or if you're a woman and you don't feel like asking somebody, you have to wait to be asked, which is almost more cruel. Then you have to see which of your friends are going, organize groups that you'll go with to your prom. But then you have to start working on the details. For men, that means transportation, the cheapest tuxedo, they can find a corsage to buy, something that pins on, or maybe something they wear as a risk or carry like a bouquet. Oh, and don't forget the most important part, enough liquor and/or condoms. Note how suddenly the idea of multiple hookers performing anything you could possibly want would be less traumatic and less expensive. For women, the date meant picking out the right dress, the right shoes, the right purse, the right jewelry, the right perfume, the right makeup, the right hairstyle. Note how you have to then coordinate your clothes with your date. So much like real life. Then, beg your parents to let you get the dress that you picked out and wear it to the wedding, or keep the makeup and hairstyle the way you wanted it. Beg your parents to let you borrow the sports car. Beg your parents for enough money for the limo, the flowers, the clothes. Beg your parents to stay awake up past curfew. How about 6 a.m.? Just this once. Come on, it's prom. Then the big day arrives. Ditch school, because, getting your hair done and your makeup done can take you hours. And of course you have to sit a little time in the sun so you don't look like as pale as a ghost for the pictures. Then, after getting ready for an inordinate amount of time, meet up and take more pictures. This usually entails the man picking up the woman, taking pictures at the woman's parents' house, and then going back to the man's parents' house to take more pictures there. It's almost like it's as bad as this wedding. Then, you finally arrive at prom, take more pictures, talk to as many people as you possibly can, compliment their dresses and tuxedos, find out what everyone else is doing after prom, see if anyone is doing anything better than you. Note how many women are repeatedly pulling up their strapless dresses because they're going to be falling out of them. Note how many men are already drunk, and look, it's not even dinner yet. And then you have to go around and take lots of pictures with your cell phones, as many as you possibly can, and then, well, hey, let's do a group picture. Oh, well, let me take a picture with so-and-so. Then eat. Try to be Miss Manners. Try to figure out how to eat your salad without using your knife. Check to see how little all the women are actually eating. Note how many women go to the bathroom in groups. In any case, whatever you do, don't stop feeling awkward, but keep smiling. And then the dancing. Try to remember what your father taught you. Try not to look stiff. Try not to sweat. Dance in a box. Right foot forward, feet together. Left foot left, feet together. Left foot back, feet together. Right foot right, feet together. Or go for the old high school standard and wrap your arms around each other and sway, occasionally making out in the middle of the dance floor. Note how many women have their lipstick smeared across their cheek or on their date's collar. Note how many ties have been loosened. Then, the next thing, collect your things, say your goodbyes, and take a few more photos, and then head out to the after-prom activities. Possible options include a late dinner, a 4-hour boat cruise, a walk along a lake, a bonfire, bowling, a hotel party, or the back of Dad's sports car. Note how disheveled you look at 6 a.m. Try to clean yourself up in the car before you get into your driveway in case your parents are waiting for you. Don't make up for too long as you say your goodbyes in front of your house. Then, get in the house as quietly as possible. Drop all your clothes into a pile in the middle of your bedroom floor and collapse on your bed. Here's a helpful hint. Drink a glass of water and take a vitamin and some aspirin before crashing. It'll help with the hangover. But then, try to remember and try to get enough sleep so that you will actually be awake for the day after prom amusement park trip. And keep in mind that even though prom is over, your friends will be talking about it for at least a week. This is the ritual. Now go to sleep. I was honored yesterday to have an hour-and-a-half radio show interview with John Mack Radio, and we talked about everything from my childhood, why you write and singing and blah, blah, blah. And it's just been released as a podcast, which is online now, those are really cool. But people were calling in and asking about, you write at hard times in your life, and I talked about how for 3 weeks I was alone with my father when my mother had died. And I could not talk to him about how bad I felt because he had it worse. and so all I could do was write excessively. And in light of my having this talk on the radio, I would share one poem that I wrote about my mom right after she had passed away. So we got to change the theme. This one's called A Little Angel Inside. It seems strange that on the day the towers fell, 5 years ago, when every television station and newspaper is praising our resolve for all of the death that has been forced upon us, well, it seems strange that 9/11 is the day the death certificates came and became available from Fuller Funeral Home. And this is the day we pick up my mother's ashes. Seems eerily strange. So they came to us with a neatly packaged cardboard box of Mom. And Christina from Fuller Funeral Home handed me a small maroon bag tied tightly shut, and she whispered to me, "These are your mother's earrings." I knew the dress we chose for her, that the dress she wore to our wedding would be burned with her in the cremation, but it never occurred to me that the earrings would survive. And here they were, in a tiny velour bag for me. I like how people try to keep something from the fall of the World Trade Centers who lived through that horrific day on 9/11. Well, maybe this is what I'll keep. If anyone argues about them, I'll say, I lost her dress that she wore to my wedding for this cremation, so these earrings are a gift to me. Sorry. I know they're clip-on earrings, and they're not real diamonds, but they're just 3 pretty little stones. Today, tomorrow, and forever. And it looks so dainty and delicate, and they're a good token for me to remember her. While we left Fuller Funeral Home today, Dad carried the paperwork, the death certificates, and I carried Mom with us in her little containers. And I think I held that little red bag like there was a little angel inside. And I had to be delicate to make sure nothing happened to it, because I'm its keeper now. I'll treat it well. I'll treasure it always. I promise. something lighter at the end. It's not like your butt is sewing to try to like cushion it, give it bookends that don't make you so sad. This one is a short one. I hope you guys like it. It's called My Future Job Options. Okay, so I can't even get a job in my own profession, and I can't even get a job at the mall. This not having a job is really pissing me off. I want to yell at the world for not giving me the job that I am owed. I mean, I get to the point where I want to hit things. And that's when it occurred to me, and the frightening thing was telling my husband that I'm meant to be a dominatrix. When I'm at my analytical side and it dominates me, I see how it makes perfect sense. No sex, no nudity. I just make men feel like shit at an hourly rate. This is really beginning to appeal to me. But after my husband was telling me, and he was actually adequately frightened, he checked out online, he told me that this was illegal. He's just telling me that because he doesn't want me to do it. But I want it to be legal. I want to say that I legally degrade men for a living, and I make good money doing it. Well, I guess it figures. I found another profession I'm good at, and I still can't find a job. Thank you. And yes, come here on June 11th, and I'd love to see you all on the stage.